and gentlemen, welcome to the 53rd Annual Bronx Ball. And now, performing the U.S. National Anthem, please rise and welcome to the stage the Bronx's very own Ajani Hambrook.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ajani Hambrook, ladies and gentlemen. And now, please welcome Director of Development for the Bronx Tourism Council, Mr. Julius Drake.
Whatever can buy in a life, man. You don't know. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding?
3 years ago, I began my journey at the Bronx Tourism Council. Unsure of what to expect, I came in as a blank slate. Tonight, that slate is filled with purpose, pride, and powerful experiences. It's filled with a deeper understanding of what makes the Bronx not just a borough, but a place to live. The Bronx is no longer just a story of potentials. It's a story of progress and possibilities. We are shaking off outdated narratives, and we are claiming our space. And let it be known, the Bronx is trending. Everyone wants a piece of us, and for good reason. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the Bronx Economic Development Corporation and its president, Rob Walsh. Though he couldn't be with us tonight, he's attending something no one could compete with, his son's graduation. We deeply appreciate his continued leadership. And now, I am delighted to welcome our MC tonight. She's a 7-time Emmy Award-winning reporter and host of the Monica Makes It Happen show on Pix 11 News. She's known for her powerful storytelling and dedication to highlight underserved communities across New York City. Our commitment to telling powerful stories of hope and resilience makes her the perfect guide for today's celebration. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to our Mistress of Ceremonies, Monica Morales, she will make it happen tonight.
Now we know it's God that makes everything happen. So before I start, I want Dr. Reverend Cooley to give us our invocation. Please stand.
We're honored to be here today. Now, you all look like you are definitely surviving and thriving. Yes, absolutely. You can give yourselves a hand clap on that. Absolutely, you look like it. One thing I know for sure, that we are more than conquerors, Bronxite. I've been a Bronxite all my life. We are more than conquerors. I want you to be encouraged today and know that there's no weapon that's formed against you shall prosper. Be encouraged and know that you are winners on today and we are not defeated. Keep thriving and keep surviving. Now let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you, oh God, for this opportunity. We thank you for allowing us to come together as a unit of one. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving us strength, for giving us life, for allowing us, oh God, to breathe a brand new season in our lives. Now I ask that you would give everybody the desires of their heart. Keep them safe, keep them well, keep them from the hand of anyone that tries to come against them. Do these things for us as only we can, and we'll remember to give you all the glory and all the honor. This we, Heavenly Father, pray, and it is so. God bless you.
All right, now we can start. How are you guys tonight? Oh, I'm going to have to get you guys ready for the best night of your life, okay? We're going to make this so good. It's the best party you ever attended. One more time. How are you doing, guys? Yes. All right, I have to say, Julius, you make it happen. You're going to steal my slogan because you're making it happen. And guess who else makes it happen? Our borough president, Vanessa Gibson, makes it happen. All the time, 24/7. What an honor to be here at Bronx Ball 2025. Sometimes I can't believe we're doing 2025. It's going so fast. Thank you on this Saturday night you could be anywhere and you are right here with us. So we're gonna make this an action-packed evening. A lot of breaking news. This is bigger than the Emmys, folks. It is with my heart and soul that I love the Bronx. I tell your stories every night, and I think my big boss is here. Chris, our general manager, is here. Ophelia, my other big boss, if you could, there he is, right there. I see him right there, and he makes it happen for Pix 11. Now, tonight, if I could just tell you, it is so important for us to not only honor our neighborhoods and the people that we love, but we also have to honor the people that make this beautiful event happen. First of all, do you guys have apps on your phones? I have so many apps on my phones, I can't take a darn picture anymore. But there's one more app that you have to get, and that is the Bronx Walk of Fame app. So I want you right now to take your phones out, and I want you to get the Bronx Walk of Fame app. It's super exciting, and you'll be able to see all the awardees and keep in touch. Also, do you guys like Instagram? I love Instagram. I'm okay on Twitter, but I love Instagram. I love everything social except Instagram is my favorite. Go to bronx.tourism right now and follow. Could you do me a favor? I don't see you getting your phones out. Let's do it. Bronx.tourism. Julius will really appreciate that. And also, there is going to be a party at the Marriott Residence Inn just across from where we are right now, so make sure that you're on that RSVP list. So those are the housekeeping things we got to get to. But you know what? Let's thank our sponsors. Can we put a round of applause for all the beautiful people that are making this possible, all of our fantastic sponsors, and of course, we know it takes a village to make an event like this happen. None of this would be possible, and I want you to stand and we want to clap for you. The Bronx Tourism Council, if you're in the house tonight, round of applause for the Bronx Tourism Council. We love you. The Bronx Economic Development Corp. think I have a few over here at my table. We love you. And also E218 Events Management. Rhonda, where are you? If you could wave your hands up in the air. You are amazing for putting this night together. What a great team. So as we embark on our program, let's make sure we start this evening right, okay? Let's raise our glasses right now to the Bronx. The toast is, as we strive and thrive in 25, which is the theme for this year's Bronx Week. It's all about unity, heritage, an unforgettable night. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Lots of love. Don't forget to look in the eyeballs, all right? Now let's watch a video. This is what I do best, folks, on TV every night. I toss to those videos and breaking news. Let's watch a few videos of the main sponsors who made this all possible. Take a look.
When I walk into this branch, the first feeling I get is the artwork and what that means. We had local students from the Bronx draw and have this feature in such a beautiful location of Chase.
We explored the diversity here in this borough, everything from hip hop to food to sports.
You're gonna see buildings and things that are more cultural. I feel incredibly proud, and definitely I'm gonna bring my family here and show it off. I never thought I'd be a part of something this big.
It's not something that's placed in their journal at school. It's not something on a wall where only their peers get to see it. This is something the entire city get to see.
Yes. And now please welcome to the stage Bessie Award winner, Jamaican American, and longtime performer at BAD, Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance. Please put your hands together for Nikolai McKenzie. that was amazing. You are incredible. Wow, put your hands together for that incredible Mackenzie. Now, we have to thank our media sponsors too. I'm glad the borough president reminded me, because we have to thank, of course, I think is it BronxNet? It's News 12. It's Pix 11. Pix 11, can I say that twice? Because I'm Pix 11. And of course, ABC 7. Thank you for the media sponsors too. All right, now it is my pleasure to introduce, she really is the woman of the day, of the week, of the year. One of my best, I think we're best friends. I don't know if she feels that way about me, but I love her that much. The 14th Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. Now,
more life,
bring her
more
up.
blessings. Rise up and get
The journey to that esteemed position has been unwavering. Her commitment to housing, I know it firsthand. Every time I'm in NYCHA, I see her. Is that right? That's right. Every time I see her. And she makes improvements in affordable housing, healthcare, educational opportunities for Bronx families. Put your hands together for our Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson.
more life and more blessings. Rise up and give thanks and stop stressing. More life and more blessings.
I love that song. More life and more blessings. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buenos noches a todos. Bienvenidos. Welcome to our Bronx Ball during Bronx Week 2025. So excited to welcome you all here. And before I begin my remarks, let me just say that you all look absolutely amazing. I am so grateful that you are joining us tonight for our incredible Bronx Ball, because tonight it's all about the Boogie Down Bronx. I am so thankful to serve as your Bronx Borough President. What an honor and what a privilege. Over the past 3 years, we worked so closely together, and I am so proud to be with all of you tonight at the iconic Bronx Ball, right? So as you know, this is our version of the Met Gala right here in the Bronx, dedicated to everything that makes our borough the very best place to live, to work, to visit, raise our families, and do business. First, let me give a heartfelt thank you to our amazing MC, my sister, Monica Morales of WPIX 11, because Monica truly does make it happen. Monica, thank you for lending your voice, your warmth, your compassion, and your love of the Bronx to this evening. You are a champion for our neighborhood and a voice for all of our people, particularly residents and families that live in public housing. Monica makes it happen. One more round of applause. Thank you to all of our incredible partners at the Bronx Tourism Council. Julius Drake and the team have done phenomenal work. To the Bronx Economic Development Corporation, our president, Rob Walsh. I also want to acknowledge the president of the Business Initiative Corporation of New York, Raphael Roger. We say thank you to all the board members of BXEDC and BICNY. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Round of applause for all of our board members. This entire team, their tireless work, ensured that Bronx Week is more than a celebration, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a movement. To all of our sponsors who stood with us, partnered with us, and made these last 13 days possible, we say thank you. Thank you for investing in the Bronx, for believing in our blueprint and in our vision, and for helping us shine on tonight's stage. Round of applause for all of our sponsors. Tonight we gather not only to celebrate, but to honor the very best of our borough. Those who represent the spirit, the energy, the strength, and the soul of our borough. Please join me in congratulating this year's Bronx Walk of Fame inductees. Round of applause. So we are going to recognize Kemba Walker, extraordinary basketball player and coach, whose journey from the Bronx to the NBA reminds us what's possible when talent meets hard work. Congratulations, Kemba Walker. Next up, Damian Priest. Dynamic professional wrestler. Any WWE fans out there? WWE. He shows that Bronx grit and determination can take you to the top of any arena. One more round of applause for Damian Priest. Next up, the legendary voice of freestyle, Judy Thordes. Yeah. Her music gave voice to our experiences and continues to move generations. Round of applause for Judy Thordes. Our next honoree, Devon Rodriguez, a gifted artist who captures the everyday beauty of our city and reflects our shared humanity through his work. Round of applause for Devon Rodriguez. And finally, very excited about the People's Choice Award winner this year for media and art, our very own host of Bronx Talk, 35 years in the game, BronxNet Television, our very own journalist, reporter, trusted voice of BronxNet's Bronx Talk, Gary Axelbank. Gary has told millions of stories over 35 years. He's had forums, discussions, debates. He's always had us on BronxNet. He is the voice of our borough, and we say congratulations, Gary Axelbank, People's Choice Award winner for 2025. Each of our inductees this year has truly shown what the world can be when you represent the Bronx. To carry the Bronx pride, the Bronx spirit, wherever they go, whatever stage, arena, life takes them on, they always recognize that they are from the Bronx. We are proud of you. We are proud that you recognize our borough. We thank you for your contributions to the Bronx, to our city, and certainly to this moment. As you all know, I've been saying it consistently, this year's theme, the Bronx will strive and thrive in 25. It's more than a statement. It's a promise. It's a blueprint. It's a vision. It is a reflection of everything we've overcome and everything we know we can still achieve. From pandemic recovery to community rebuilding and engagement to job development and economic growth, we've come so far, community, and together we will keep going up. That's what Bronx Week is all about. The only borough that has its own week, and it's 13 days because we are just that special in the Bronx. We honor our roots. We embrace our people, our culture, our heritage, our diversity as we boldly step into the future. Speaking of bold futures, I am also thrilled to share that we are presenting the key to the borough to none other than our good friend, Derek D. Nice Jones. D. Nice, founder of Club Quarantine. When we were sheltering in place in our homes, we were dancing to D. Nice's music in our living room, in the kitchen, right? Because we couldn't go outside, the clubs were closed, restaurants weren't always open. But we learned and we heard and saw D. Nice on Instagram. Bronx-born legend from High Bridge. His music, his leadership has helped to uplift the world during one of the most challenging times in our nation's history. From the Boogie Down to global dance floors to the White House, everywhere D. Nice goes, he represents everything powerful about the Bronx and our creativity. Congratulations, D. Nice. We are also proud to present this year's Bronx Tourism Award to two outstanding institutions. First, we want to recognize our very own home team, Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees, 27 World Series champions, right in our borough. They make us proud on and off the field with community partnerships and engagements. Thank you, Senior Vice President Brian Smith Who is here tonight? Shout out to the New York Yankees. One more round of applause. We are rooting for the New York Yankees, y'all. Subway Series, you know I'm battling Queens. We got this. Let's go Yankees. And second, we are so honored to recognize with the second tourism award, the Bronx Music Heritage Center for their tireless work preserving and elevating the sounds, the stories, and the spirit of Bronx music. As I look around this room this evening, I see the power of community. I see artists, entrepreneurs, educators, community leaders, public servants, elected officials. All of us are bound together by one thing. We are Bronx strong. Big Bronx energy. I see you, Amadeus. Big Bronx energy. So let's keep that pride alive, ladies and gentlemen, not just tonight, not just during Bronx Week. Because when we lift up the Bronx, we lift up the city and the state of New York. And when we believe in the Bronx, when we believe in a brighter future for every child, for every family member, it is because of our collective work, deeply rooted in our belief that everyone should strive and thrive across our borough. So I thank you all for being a part of this celebration. Thank you for being a part of Bronx Week. We still have one more day to go, and that is tomorrow, Sunday, May 18th. It is our finale. We'll have our parade on Marshall Parkway, also our concert and festival. We're going to have a good time because the Bronx, our borough, is not just back, but we're just getting started. Right? You agree? Together with our pride and with our purpose, we are unstoppable. We are truly better together. So I thank you all for joining us tonight. Happy Bronx Week. Thank you for helping us celebrate all things Bronx. We look forward to tonight's celebration, and most importantly, we look forward to the work ahead. I am deeply committed, determined, and dedicated and intentional about this work. We work every day on behalf of our borough. And I want to say thank you. While I stand here as your borough president, number 14, I cannot do this work without the incredible, hardworking staff that we have assembled at Bronx Borough Hall. So to Team Gibson, wave your hand, do a little wave. To everyone that works in our office, I want to say thank you. I recognize our Chief of Staff, Justin Cortez, and everyone that represents us, all of our directors and staff members. Thank you, staff. You always show up for the Bronx, and that is what's most important about this work. So we're gonna have a good time tonight, right? Okay, it gives me great pleasure to acknowledge many of our elected officials and appointed officials. Everyone is a VIP. So if you turn to your neighbor on the left, you turn to your neighbor on the right, do a little wave, everybody's been acknowledged, okay? That's right. But I take this moment to recognize elected officials that I'm proud to partner with. Silo, we are a partnership. We are a team, we are allies, all in this work. So I first recognize my partner, all things public safety, borough-wide elected official, doing amazing things to keep us safe. Public safety is a top priority for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, our Bronx District Attorney, Darcel Clark. We have with us, thank you, DA Clark, thank you to you and your team. She had a youth summit today because we are adamant about making sure that our youth is safe in this borough. Thank you, DA Clark. I also recognize we have with us New York State Senator Natalia Fernandez, Assemblymember George Alvarez, Assemblymember Landon Days, Assemblymember Michael Benedetto, New York City Council Member Althea Stevens, New York City Council Member Kevin Riley, our Bronx Borough Historian Angel Hernandez. We also have our Bronx City Planning Commission, Bronx Commissioner Orlando Marin is here with us. Bronx Parks Commissioner Jasenia Aponte, Bronx DOT Commissioner Anthony Perez, former New York City Schools Chancellor Dr. Misha Porter, President and CEO of Windows of Hip Hop, Melissa LeBron, Hip Hop Pioneers, Grandmaster Melly Mel, Grandmaster Kaz in the house. Acting Justice of the Supreme Court, the Honorable Cynthia Aizales. Supervising Judge of Bronx Criminal Court, the Honorable Yadira Gonzalez Taylor. We also have, on behalf of our Governor, Governor Kathy Hochul, Chief of Staff Stacy Lynch, Bronx Representative Fidel Malena, Director of Latino Affairs Sofia Zayas, and we also have our 2024 Bronx Walk of Fame inductee who is here with us tonight, Big Bronx Energy, Dr. Antoine Amadeus Thompson. Thank you to everyone for being here, all of our judges, distinguished elected officials, community leaders, you are all important, and we say thank you for your partnership. We cannot do this work without you, and we truly appreciate that all of you are not only here tonight, but you are deeply committed to making our borough the very best it possibly can be. Gracias a todos, que Dios te bendiga. Welcome everyone, and let's have a good time tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Big Bronx Energy.
All right, put your hands together for our Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. She is just fabulous. Amazing. All right, now are you ready? It is time to introduce our first inductee. Are you ready? I need more cheering for this. I really do. It is the Bronx Walk of Fame tonight, baby. And the first inductee, do I have a drum roll? Drum roll, please. And you know what? I love him so much. I already love him so much because it's like a food group for me. Anyone else love Chick-fil-A? I eat it 3 times a week. It's like my grains, my protein, and Chick-fil-A. Please put your hands together for Roberto Ruiz, the owner and operator of Chick-fil-A East Fordham Road.
Good night, everyone. Buenas noches, todos. It's a pleasure to be here. This is our first year that we have been open in the Bronx, and we are so happy to be part of this amazing community. Thank you, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that make this happen. I think everyone who's sitting in these tables are making the Bronx better. By your actions, by providing jobs, by doing what you have to do to help the next generation. So I'm very, very happy to share with you this night. So I'm also here to present a person who, she is part of our memories. She has given us music that make us feel happy, strong, and proud. She shows how to be real, how to stand tall, and how to never forget where we're coming from. She's a Bronx legend. She's a voice of people. She is the queen of freestyle. Please help me honor tonight the famous Judy Torres. So I was just informed before I was coming into the stage that she had to leave, something happened. So I'm gonna be accepting her award on her behalf. But we have some video that we wanna play out in her behalf, so give an applause to her. Thank you. Well, of course, after watching this video, there is so much I can say by just listening to what Judy was saying. She's a person that cares for the community, cares for the next generation. And she's a true example of someone that really cares for the Bronx community. So I'm so happy to accept this on her behalf. And Judy, keep doing what you're doing. You are an example, Bronxonite. Thank you, guys.
Now, this next person I want to acknowledge, we have a lot of VIPs, but I love this council member. Amanda Faris, are you here? Can you just stand up and can we do a round of applause for council member Amanda Faris? Now, the last time I saw her, she was helping get a street renamed for Roxy Reed in front of Castle Hill, and I cried like a baby because that's how much she cares about remembering specifically the moms making it happen, right? Am I right? It is the moms making it happen in a lot of our communities. Now, am I right? I know I'm right. Yes. I'm here for the moms. All right, let's continue to celebrate the vibrant talent and, of course, achievement within our beloved Bronx community. There's a bridge right now between sports and community. Do you know where I'm going with this, right? We have a big celebrity in the house here that we are going to honor. Of course, our second inductee is Kemba Walker. We love him. Now, the inductee will be presented by Rick Sanchez of Cafe Coach, Capital One. So please join me in putting your hands together. Rick Sanchez is going to come up, of course, first, and we're going to watch this video.
I was born and raised in the Bronx, lived there my whole early life up until I went to college. I grew up in the Soundview section of the Bronx. Sackburn is where I spent most of my childhood. Seeing some of the stuff that other people did that wasn't good, allowed me to kind of separate myself and understand that I don't want to go that way. I want to go in the right direction. We have courts everywhere, right? Like, I have 3 courts in my neighborhood. You got Down the Hill, which is the big park. The court that was right in the back of my building. You had another court in the back of the projects, which is called a jungle. So I don't know. We have no choice. Everybody from where I'm from, everybody hooped. You know what? I have a story actually about some great advice. This was in high school. One of my coaches, his name is Rasheem Davis. He wanted me to go to this camp. It was 2 different camps. It was the NBA Top 100 camp and it was the USA camp. And a bunch of my friends were going to the USA camp, and I wanted to go there like so bad. He called my mom, told her. He's like, Kemba has to go to this Top 100 camp. Like, this is the best situation for him. I guess he got my mom. He convinced her. So he convinced her good because she made me go to that camp. And I'm gonna be honest, that was some of the best advice I got right there, because literally everything he said happened. Like, I was McDonald's All-American. Next thing you know, I'm top 20 in the country, and things are just going well after that camp. It was kind of crazy. Like, this honor right here trumps a lot of things that I've done in my career. Just because, like, it's the Bronx. This is the place that literally raised me and made me the person I am today.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I have to say that, like, I would never, ever, if we're here next year, want to follow Vanessa Gibson or Chick-fil-A. God. Welcome, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce today's honoree, Mr. Kemba Walker.
New York to the heart, but got love for all.
Hold it. I got you. I got to say a few words. Born on May 8th, 1990, Kemba is a dynamic NBA guard and one of our favorites. He got to play for UConn University, where he was able to bring an NCAA championship title in 2011. One of the best. In 2011, he was drafted number 9 by the Charlotte we will never say Bobcats, but Charlotte Hornets, and was able to be 4 years in a row an all-star player. Mr. Kemba Walker hails from Bronx, New York. Give it up.
New York to the heart, but got love.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you once a Knick and always a Knick, regardless of his career with the Celtics and with the Charlotte Hornets. Go Knicks, Kemba Walker!
But got love for all. Line die in the fire where I learned the ball. Uptown is the place where I lay my dome on the street.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the intro. I appreciate that. First of all, thank you. First of all, before I say anything, I gotta say thank you to the man above. This is not possible without my Lord and Savior. So, thank you. Second, I gotta say thank you to my family, my beautiful family right here, my biggest support system. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Y'all have got me through every single thing I've done in my life. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. And I wanna thank everybody for putting this event together. This is amazing. Everybody looks beautiful. The place, it's a vibe. We in the Bronx, like, come on now. They can't even do it like us. They can't do it like us at all. So I appreciate everybody for allowing me to achieve this accomplishment. This is unbelievable. Like, I can't even believe it. The Bronx Hall of Fame. Like, I'm just like this little kid from Soundview who was just playing in the park out of nowhere. Like, life just hit me and it really went well. And it's all because of this city, this borough, the Bronx. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for having me.
Walk of Fame.
You already know.
Player haters in the field, flame for my heater. I never really like to play a fool like that, but I love to succeed. See fools fall flat.
One more round for Kemba Walker. All right, you all having a good time? All right. And I'd also like to acknowledge, Monica did say it, but let me also say that we are joined by our New York City Council Majority Leader, Amanda Farias. Thank you to all the members of the City Council and elected officials who are joining with us tonight, and let's keep the program going. All right.
Now, our next inductee is Luis Damian Priest. This inductee will be presented by Justin Cortez, the Chief of Staff at the Office of the Bronx Borough President. Please join me first in watching this quick video about Justin Cortez.
Growing up in the Bronx, for me, it's cool because I was able to live in different places. I guess in a way, there's really no comparison to the Bronx. I remember being happy, and it didn't matter what you have or what you didn't have. It's just living in the moment, and there's no equivalent to that feel, that New York Bronx feel. Growing up in the Bronx, a lot of it was training in martial arts in my father's school off Castle Hill. It was, PS 127 to then the martial arts school, to then do homework, and that was it every day. But then in between, he would take me to Pelham Bay Park and the Bronx Zoo for sure. My mom would take me there a lot, and my dad as well. He would take me to WWE at Madison Square Garden all the time. Between that and then Orchard Beach, that was my life in the Bronx. How I bring the Bronx to the WWE, it's just my attitude. It's that Bronx mentality. We don't stop, we don't quit, always forward, pa'lante. I'm proud to be from the Bronx because, I guess I could have been from anywhere,
but I don't know if I'd be in the position I'm in. The feeling I get from being honored with legends from the Bronx, it doesn't feel real. It's one of those dreams that you didn't realize you were having, and it's like, please don't wake me up. You know, the honor I feel and humbled that this place that I love so much is acknowledging me and my life and my accomplishment, which was never the goal. I didn't do this to receive accomplishments, to get pats on the back. I just did it because I was proud. To everybody who's here supporting me and the other honorees, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I feel safe in saying that we all want to say thank you. The appreciation that I'm sure they feel as well as I, knowing that people are genuinely happy for us and are willing to give us this honor because we achieved something that, you know, we dreamt. It was a dream, and we were one of the few lucky ones that got to live out our dream while representing where we're from and being proud to represent. For everything we've accomplished, for everything that we're being honored, we're not done, and we will continue to represent. You keep supporting us, and we'll keep showing out and representing. Again, thank you.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here with you tonight. Might I just say, wow, the Bronx looks freaking good this evening. Can we give everybody a round of applause for the fashion in this room tonight at the Bronx Ball? A quick round of applause for everybody. I must say that the Bronx is absolutely shining this evening, and I honestly thank each and every one of you for being a part of that light. It truly means the most to us as an office, but also just showcasing the Bronx and putting the Bronx and making sure the Bronx stays on the map. My name is Justin Cortez. I have the immense pleasure and honor of serving as the Chief of Staff of the great office of the Bronx Borough President. And I want to just give salutes to my Borough President, the 14th Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson, for putting this together. Another round of applause for our Borough President, please. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our next inductee. And despite thinking that I was going to be the best dressed in the room, I must say there's some competition here in this room tonight, I must say. And you know, the Borough President said it herself, this is the Met Gala of the Bronx, so why would I think anything less? So I just want to salute everybody in the fashion that's here in this room, because I am watching. As a lifelong WWE fan, it is incredibly meaningful to take part in this process of recognizing someone who embodies perseverance, evolution, and excellence. A true trailblazer whose journey is nothing short than amazing. From humble beginnings, right here in the Castle Hill section of the Bronx, big up to Castle Hill, Majority Leader Mandefarias is here, Castle Hill through and through. I want to make sure I shout that out. Damian began his wrestling career in the independent circuit, which most folks know as the indie circuit. Through his hard work, grit, and undeniable talent, he's rose to the ranks of NXT and ultimately earned his rightful spot and place on WWE's grandest stage. Over the course of his impressive career, he's amassed an extraordinary list of accomplishments. And Damian, I'm gonna get these titles right. Let me just read it for a second. Hold on one second. The NXT North American Champion, the WWE United States Champion, the WWE Raw Tag Team Champion, the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Damn, brother, you do it all. Twice, right? All right, let me put some respect on that. Damian, I got you. Castle Hill, you know, I don't want no problems. All right, Castle Hill, I'm the concourse, but no problems. All right. Also, the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank winner, and finally, the heavyweight champion, Damian Priest. Big ups to Damian Priest. Big ups to Damian Priest. Come on, let's give it a clap. Let's give it a clap. He's even squared off against global sensation and superstar Bad Bunny in a headline-making showdown in the vibrant city, La Isla de Encanto, San Juan, Puerto Rico. My home country, which I absolutely love my island, so giving up to my Puerto Rican brother. What a phenomenal career Damian has had. And it is without a doubt that he is on his way of becoming a WWE Hall of Famer. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help me in joining and welcoming our next inductee, the incomparable former leader of the Judgment Day, a Bronx original, one of our own that we hold dear and near, El Campeón himself. All rise for our 2025 Walk of Fame inductee, Louis Damian Perez.
You know, a few weeks ago, I performed in front of almost 80,000 people, and I'm more nervous right now. There's a difference between the tough and the real Luis. And that difference is that I'm not just a tough guy, I'm a badass from the Bronx. That's what it is. So before I say what I want to say and do all the thank yous, I want to say to something very important to me, to the Latin community in the Bronx. El apoyo que ustedes me han dado es porque yo estoy aquí hoy. Sin ustedes, olvídate, yo no creo que Damian Priest existe y hay tantos artistas que vinieron de este pueblo que no están aquí hoy tampoco en el nivel sin ustedes. Ustedes siguen apoyando, yo voy a seguir dándole para adelante para mostrar que somos latinos de Nueva York. Now it's Wepa time. All right. So I'll say this. Look, I understand this is my first time receiving an honor like this, so this is new for me. But what I understand this is based on thank yous. There is no such thing as I did this on my own. So there's too many thank yous to give, and I don't want to forget people. So I'll just kind of do a quick overall on it. First, you start with God. Then you start with your loved ones, your family, and your close friends that supported you your entire life. But you got to thank this borough. At least I do. Like I said in that video earlier, I could have been born anywhere. I could have been raised anywhere. There's no shot I'd be standing in front of you today if I wasn't from the Bronx. That is a pride. The day I realized I had a platform to represent, to inspire, just like I was inspired as a little boy. The day I realized that that was an actual gift that I can give back, I had no option, at least in my heart I did not, to represent our community, my culture, our people, our city, our state, and what we're about. And that is my greatest honor, is to represent all of us. Now today, the idea that you guys are giving this back is wild to me, because that wasn't what I wanted. That's not what I set out to do. I didn't care for the accolades and the thank yous, and now I'm a pro, man, but I'm trying to keep it together right now because this is emotional. This is more important than any world title I could win. Also, I had nothing planned to say today. But real talk, this platform, this makes everything I've ever accomplished worth it. Every person, I walked down Castle Hill today, just showing my brother where I was raised, the middle school I went to, where my dad's karate school was. And just walking down that avenue, I had so many people come up to me. Not just because they're wrestling fans. Not to say, hey, I'm a big fan, cool, take a picture. It was literally so many, thank you for representing us. That means more than anything as far as me trying to represent and inspire. So, as a big Yankee fan as well, Take it easy. I had the honor and privilege of meeting the judge, and I told him that I stole something from him that I use on TV on a regular basis. So we're gonna, hold up. We're gonna change things up here and change the mood in this place. All rise. Literally, all rise. There we go. Let's have some fun. There's a line I say in wrestling, and it's true to my character, but it's also true in real life. Live forever. All I ever wanted was to do special things that would be remembered, that would live forever. Today, all of you in this room, everybody before me, everybody that's coming along, made this happen. That sign in the street, this honor today, that lives forever. So what I need all you to do with me is on the count of 3, I want the world to hear us. I want you all to say this with me. Live forever for the Bronx on 3. 1, 2, 3. Love it. Let's go, Knicks. Thank you.
That was so exciting. All right. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our 4th inductee tonight, Devin Rodriguez. Devin's contributions to the world of arts are beyond what we have in our communities, but have also served as a source of inspiration for so many countless people. To present this next inductee, we have someone very special. Alana Menasek, the Vice President, Community Manager at Chase.
When I walk into this branch, the first feeling I get is the artwork and what that means. We had local students from the Bronx draw and have this feature in such a beautiful location of Chase.
We explored the diversity here in this borough, everything from hip hop to food to sports.
You're gonna see buildings and things that are more cultural. I feel incredibly proud, and definitely I'm gonna bring my family here and show it off. I never thought I'd be a part of something this big.
It's not something that's placed in their journal at school. It's not something on a wall where only their peers get to see it. This is something the entire city get to see.
Good evening. My name is Ileana Menasek, and I'm a Vice President, Community Manager at JP Morgan Chase, and also a very proud Bronx native. JP Morgan Chase has been a proud sponsor of Bronx Week for the last 3 years. And tonight, we are honored to present the Bronx Wall of Fame Award to Devin Rodriguez, who first gained global recognition for his hyper-realistic subway portraits in the New York City subway. Unfortunately, he was not able to join us this evening, and we will be accepting the award on his behalf.
Moving on to our 6th inductee, a truly exceptional individual who's captured the hearts and admiration of our community, of course. We have to talk about Gary Axelbank, the recipient of the People's Choice Award. What an amazing person. This year, People's Choice Award, I was able to take part, and I got to see behind the scenes just how much work goes into every single award. And it was media and arts. And of course, this is a very prestigious award, once in a lifetime. One of the selection committee members is going to be here to give it to him. Dan Hurden, the founder and CEO of Bronx Create Hub, an amazing place which we have to do a news story on. But as Dan comes to the stage, let us watch a video about the People's Choice inductee.
I grew up in the Bronx in the neighborhood of Van Cortlandt Village, which is the neighborhood I still live in, as a matter of fact, because it's such a wonderful place. What a lot of people who live in the Bronx now might not realize The families all moved into the building because the building was a new building at the time in the late 50s. And the families moved into the building at the same time. And so they all had kids, and we were all essentially the same age. And so not only were all your friends in the same building, but you went to school together because they were all neighborhood schools. Then after school, we would play stickball and basketball and all different things in the schoolyard. And then we'd go home, have dinner, do our homework, and then go back to school together to do the night center. Lessons that I learned during those years were lessons about camaraderie. The Bronx shaped me because I learned about politics, which I never really had spent a lot of time with. I got to know politicians. I know every community leader in the Bronx. I got to know the people of the Bronx. And I talk about it at the end of the show when I thank everybody. I say it's always about you. It is always about the people of the Bronx. They invigorate me because every single person has a story, a different story, and it's a wonderful story. And that's what just invigorates me because every door I open, every person I talk to is a different story. There is no other honor I could get that would be more meaningful to me. The fact that I was also not only getting into the Walk of Fame, having my name on the Grand Concourse, I mean, you can't even imagine anything as wonderful as that. Aside from that, it's coming from the people, being the people's choice. That means that what I've been doing in the Bronx all this time really has meant something. And it's quite humbling. When I look at the people being inducted this evening, and I look at the people who are already in the Walk of Fame, the fact that my name would be listed with them is shocking.
So I'm proud to present the People's Choice Award to Gary Axelbank. He's an esteemed host at Bronx Talk, the borough's flagship talk show at BronxNet Cable Television. Since its debut in October 1994, Gary has hosted over 1,500 People's Choice Committee. It's my honor to present the People's Choice Award to Gary Axelbank.
You know, I don't do what I do so I can get this. I do what I do because of all of us. And when I think about all the shows and everything else, there's just no way to put my arms around it and how greatly I feel about it. I'm going to tell you a couple of history things, which I guess you would figure I would know a little bit about since I have been doing Bronx Talk for 30 years. So there's not an issue that has come up in the Bronx in 30 years that I haven't dealt with. You got to do something for 1,500 shows. I mean, come on. The date to remember is July 1st, 1993, because that's the date that BronxNet television started. And if you look at the way the Bronx was before that and the way the Bronx is now and all the energy that all of us have, we have talked about it, we have supported it, we have represented it. Culture, arts, politics, healthcare, environment, education, housing, all those things. I mean, that's what BronxNet television is about. And to have been given the honor of hosting the first TV show in the Bronx is kind of unbelievable. There is somebody I want to mention for two reasons, and he's not here tonight. How many people remember Freddie Ferrer, the former borough president? He was the one who said, you know what? I don't know if you guys remember this. Think about this. When I was a kid, watching the Knicks win the listening to the Knicks win the national championship in 1970, I stood in the street with my friends with a transistor radio because the game was not on television. And it was Freddie Ferrer who said, enough is enough. I think you could see it in Riverdale and you could see it in Co-op City. They may have had cable. There was no cable about the Bronx. And that moment, July 1st, 1993, was when BronxNet started. Now, we didn't broadcast those things, but Freddie told me, you know what this is about? We do sports in the Bronx. We should put sports on TV. A lot of people don't know this because, of course, Bronx Talk has overtaken everything. I was the play-by-play voice for the CUNY Athletic Conference for 12 years, doing all the championship games on BronxNet television. So anyway, listen, I could thank a million people. I want to thank Michael and all my colleagues at BronxNet Television. Yes, let's get a nice round of applause for all those people. Obviously, my family, my children flew up from Florida. Thank you so much, Evan and Sean, my beautiful wife, Suzanne. I have so many friends. It's the Bronx, right? Outside of our borders, nobody knows, and I'm going to use plain language, but you know what Bronx language I could use. Nobody knows who the freak we are. They don't know what's going on in this room and how amazing it is in this room and what this room represents. And we, every single person in this room and every person you know in your neighborhood and everything else, you have defined something that they don't know about. They can't beat us. Where the BX is the best. So now I'm going to do something. Okay, so I'm taking a chance. You ready to take a chance? I want all the people who have been either on Bronx Talk, on the Bronx Buzz, on the Bronx Buzz podcast, on when I had the website, This Is the Bronx, I would love you to stand because the fact is, it's not about what I think, it's about what all these guests have thought. So if you have been on my TV programs, please stand up. I'm taking a chance because they may not be, look at this, all over the place, right? All these people have been on the show. If you've been a PR, I just know there's a lot of PR people here. If you've represented somebody who's been on the show, please stand up. Because the fact is, it's not my voice. Way back when we started BronxNet, it was your voice, your views, your vision. And that's what I'm committed to every single day that I go to work. And listen, it's not going to end. Should I tell you that I'm doing 4 political debates next week, 4 political debates the next week, debates in forums. We're not sure what format they're going to take. And then, we just go on. The Bronx doesn't stop. Bottom line, I'm blown away by this. It's totally crazy. All I really care about is you. And that's what it's all about. I love you. Thank you so much. As the song said, I and you am everyday people. That's who we are. Love you. Peace. Thank you.
All right, now, did you ever wonder what a key to the borough looks like? Well, I just took a picture of it. It's going to be on my Instagram. It's so cool. Moving on to our 6th inductee, a truly exceptional individual who's always about community. I'm so starstruck. I already asked him to be on my show. Derek D. Nice Jones is receiving the key to the borough tonight. And to present that, of course, it is our Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor and privilege to present the official key to the borough to our very own Derek D. Nice Jones. On this day, we salute you. We say thank you for always representing our borough with pride. You are an example for so many of our young people to follow. And as I got to know you years ago and I learned about your story about being raised in Highbridge on Woody Crest Avenue, and had the chance to meet you through our very own Rebecca Foster. Shout out to Rebecca. and the team, the Foster family, former New York City Council member Helen Diane Foster and her mom, and the late, great Reverend Wendell T. Foster, and you are a part of that family. So we could think of no one else who deserved the key to the borough than you, because you deserve it. Continue to shine, continue to excel, and continue to inspire generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, D Nice, y'all. Make some noise for D Nice. Club Quarantine.
Yo, the KRS-One to this tick. About where we come from. South. Popped off MC, plus the rhymes you.
Wow. First of all, thank you to the Bronx Borough President for this amazing honor. Shout out to everybody out here from the Bronx. Shout out to everyone out there from the Bronx. All right, now we sound like a party. I did write something. You know, I at first I was just gonna get up here and say thank you, because sometimes it feels a little weird to be honored for just doing some good things for people. You know, being kind is the easiest thing to do, and receiving accolades for that just sometimes seem a little bit extra. But this one, coming from the Bronx, is a little bit different for me. You know, shout out to my buddy is in here. He's standing here with the camera. I do want to. We were all super young, and he had this dream of like living in New York City. He's from Portland, Oregon. Took the bus from Portland, came out here. I don't know, was it a bus or a plane to him? Oh, he saved up some money for a flight. That's not going to make the story better though. I like the bus better. Anyway, he ended up living out here in Franklin Men's Shelter, and the importance of that men's shelter was my cousin was a security guard there at the men's shelter in the Bronx. And I happened to take some food over to my cousin. And my cousin said, hey, I want to introduce you to someone. I was living in High Bridge at the time, walked over to Franklin's Men's Shelter, and that walk changed my life. You know, DJ Scott LaRock, who started my group, Boogie Down Productions, was a social worker there. And the legendary KRS-One actually lived in the shelter. So my cousin introduced me to Scott LaRock, introduced me to one of my best friends, Tony. He's my daughter's godfather. This is my brother. And introduced me to KRS-One, which in turn just introduced me to music. I was telling one of my buddies this story, Dave Chappelle. He was asking me about how did I get into the music and how did I meet Scott and Chris, and I told him that very story. And he said, man, did you listen to yourself? He said, you walk 3 miles with food to feed your future. Amazing story, amazing to be on this journey. Shout out to my production manager, my tour manager, and one of my best friends, Rebecca Foster, who's in here. And shout out to everybody from the Bronx and all the other honorees, man. It is amazing to be from this borough. I carry this borough everywhere that I go in the world, man, and thank you all. God bless you all. Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yo.
We love you, D Nice. Yes, we do. It's now with great pride and excitement that I announce the next honoree. Hi, Rain. Rain is in the house. tonight. This time, an organization who is the recipient of the esteemed Bronx Tourism Award. This is a big one tonight. We are thrilled to present this first one, the Bronx Tourism Award, to the New York Yankees. Now, to present this award, someone very special, Gregory Barnett, the head of finance and operations at the Bronx Children's Museum. Put your hands together for Gregory.
Thank you so much. I love this. I love the Bronx. Shout out to David Axelbank and BronxNet for this immaculate presentation. I'm sure the angles are just right, and they've got the lighting just right, and the sound is just right. Those guys don't miss. So shout out to BronxNet for hosting us and presenting us in such a good light. But I wanna give a big shout out as well to who was just mentioned as the next honoree of the Tourism Award. So I'm here on behalf of the Bronx Children's Museum, and we're often noted for our proximity to Yankee Stadium. People are trying to figure out, where are we? How do we get there? How is parking? You know it's going to be a mess because it's close to Yankee Stadium, but once you get there, it's going to be a good time. But we're forever thankful for our partnership with the Yankees and for that proximity, because it's hard to walk past us without getting there. But you already know. I can't really say much about them. They are a staple in the community, a support system for so many of us, both individuals and organizations. So without further ado, let me give an introduction to Brian Smith of the New
Good evening. No, I just left Yankee Stadium earlier today. We had 40,000+ people in the stadium. It was nice and loud. Let's try that again. Good evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would like to take a moment and say congratulations and job well done to all the honorees tonight. The New York Yankees are proud to call the Bronx the home of the Bronx Bombers, and we're honored to be recognized as a 2025 recipient of the Tourism Award. I'm looking around this room, and tonight feels like a reunion. I see a number of our neighbors and long-standing community partners we've consistently worked with during my close to 33 seasons with the Yankees to generate resources to promote economic development, education, health and wellness, and to showcase what the Bronx has to offer. We value the commitment of our network of partners, and thanks the Bronx Borough President's Office, BXEDC, the Bronx Tourism Council for this honor. To sum things up, tonight is truly special, but we still have work to do. And we're looking forward to rolling up our sleeves and continuing to work with hand in hand with our partners to make a difference throughout the borough of the Bronx. Thank you again, and have a great evening.
All right, let me do a check of how, is everyone having a great time? I'm telling you, these awardees are incredible this year, and I was honored to take part in the People's Choice voting. And I have to tell you, I saw behind the scenes just how hard this team really works. And I have to say, Gary, I'm honored to be in the room with the journalists like yourself. And I have to remind you, and I don't know if my bosses are still here, I think they are. At Pix 11, we cover community stories every night. Do you watch Monica Makes It Happen? You're going to have to just say, yes, you do, because my boss is listening. Do you watch Monica Makes It Happen? I think I'm getting a raise, everybody. No, but make sure to watch every night at 5:45 and 6:45. And if you need me, it's just a little commercial break for us. If you need me, just reach out to me. Monica Morales TV. I'm on all the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whichever social media that you choose. Now, I have to say, there's a lot of activity side of me, stage left. Oh, we're good. I was stretching because we were waiting for our next inductee. Are you ready for the next award? It is now with great pride that I introduce this next honoree tonight. Again, this time an organization, Bronx Tourism Award. We are thrilled to present the second Bronx Tourism Award. This is a big one, to Bronx Music Heritage Center. Yes, and to present that award, Dr. Amadeus, multi-platinum producer. He has to be on my show, musician, author. The list goes on. 2024 Bronx Walk of Fame inductee. Put your hands together for Dr. Amadeus.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, so here's my problem. I'm from the Bronx. Yeah, that's the only thing I know how to do. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from 169th and Washington Avenue. I'm from the 9. I'm a 2024 Bronx Walk of Fame honoree. And we got a lot of legends in here tonight that's from the Bronx. And I know we're dressed up. I'm kind of dressed up. Am I not dressed up? We're dressed up. We look amazing. Shout out to all of the beautiful kings in the building. Shout out to all the beautiful queens in the building. But I got a problem. A lot of the legends, right? Priest, Kimber Walker, performed in arenas and stadiums around the world. And there's a certain roar, and there's a certain energy that we get. They're telling me to hurry up. It's a certain energy and roar that we get, and I haven't felt that tonight. So on the count of 3, I just want y'all to make noise. I just want y'all to turn up for yourselves and for all the honorees and for all the Bronxites that are doing the great things in the Bronx. So on the count of 3, can we just get a roar in here just so that I can feel the energy? 1, 2, 3. We almost there. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need more. If we're going to do it again, I need more. I need more. I need more. We get more from strangers, right? This is Bronx natives. This is Bronx excellence. This is Bronx greatness, right? On the count of 3, can I get more? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Shout out to Priest. Shout out to Kimber Walker. Shout out to all of the honorees. That felt a little better. I'm here to present the Bronx Tourism Award to the Bronx Music Heritage Center. Can we make a round of applause for them, please? Are they here? They're here? Come on up. Let's receive the Bronx Music Heritage Center, please.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Sanabria. I am a 2006 proud Bronx Walk of Fame inductee. So I want to shout out all of the previous Walk of Fame inductees that are here, especially who, Elena?
Oh, one of our the Bronx Music Heritage Center's advisory board members, Grandmaster Kaz. We want to thank him for supporting us, and his wife Clara over there.
Yes, indeed. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the Bronx, everybody knows the Bronx is the birthplace of hip-hop, which is a global phenomenon at this point. But as Dr. Mark Nason, who teaches African American Studies at Fordham University, has so beautifully researched, at one time the Bronx had as many or more nightclubs, catering halls, and dance halls than Manhattan. So the Bronx was always the place to go to. But of course, the fires came in the 70s. I know them well because I grew up on East 153rd Street in the Melrose Projects, witnessed them firsthand. I'm old enough to have witnessed them. So as all of you who are my age, we're all survivors and thrivers, as this next generation of great Bronxites are. So we'd like to remind you that the Bronx was the first place that championed integration. Morris High School had the most integrated high school in the 1950s. It was the place where Nancy Wilson, the great jazz singer, was discovered at the Blue Morocco. There were places like the Royal Mansion, the Black Door, that championed jazz, the 845 Jazz Club, where Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers first performed, and Herbie Hancock first performed when he first came from Chicago to New York City and lived as a Bronxite here. I could go on and on like King Kong, but we don't have enough time. But I'd just like to remind all of you who are not Bronxites, when you step on to the hallowed ground of this mighty borough, you are in a sacred, sacred place. So we thank you for coming to church tonight.
That's right. What a night. What a night. Did you have fun? I hope you did. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an unforgettable evening. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us tonight, because you made our Saturday night special, but it's far from over. I also want to take a moment to congratulate all the inductees. So this is when it's the greatest party you've ever attended. I want you to scream one last time for each inductee. You ready when I say their name? Judy Torres, Kemba Walker, Louis Damian Priest, Devin Rodriguez, Gary Axelbank, D. Nice, the New York Yankees, and Bronx Music Heritage Center. Yes, it is your dedication, your talent, and your contributions to our community that's second to none, and we celebrate you tonight. I must say, it has been an absolute pleasure to be here as your MC, and it truly speaks to the strength, greatness, and unity of our Bronx community. But before we part ways, I have one last request. I urge every one of you to continue the celebration. Do not go home, okay? Whatever you do, don't go home, because we have the beats of DJ Whatever here. Let me do it one more time. DJ Whatever is here. Yeah, and the official DJ of the New York Mets, Power 105.1, Z100, and iHeartRadio. So let's turn it up. Let's let loose. Let's dance the night away. And remember, the after party continues at the Residence Marriott from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So, DJ Nice, are you around? Are you going to be all set for us as well? Once again, thank you all for being here tonight, and may the spirit of tonight's celebration stay with you for the entire year, because we're going to do it all over again next year. Have a wonderful evening, and again, remain Bronx strong.